This is Calculus 2 Exam 1 Review Detailed Solution. It includes integration by parts. Integration u dv equals uv minus integration v du. It includes trigonometric substitution integrals, integration by partial fraction, improper integrals, approximation integration, Simpson's rule, midpoint rules, and trapezoid rule. It also includes integration with tables. This exam review is in addition to your professor instructor exam review. This exam review tutorial is good for students in Calculus 2, Calculus 3, Calculus 1, Business Calculus, AB Calculus. Also watch my Calculus 1 exam review, Business Calculus exam review, Business Math exam review, Trigonometry exam review, College Algebra exam review, Development Math exam review videos. I'm sharing this with you only as additional help in addition to your professor instructor exam test review, which should be your main essential review. This is a complete review of Chapter 6, Integration by Parts, Trigonometric Integrals and Substitution, Partial Fraction, Integration with Tables, Approximate Integrations, Improper Integrals. Before we start, please subscribe, share and like, and ask your friends to subscribe, share and like. And thank you. My name is Osman Anwar. I have been Professor of Engineering and Business Mathematics in Dallas, Texas, USA. Please subscribe to my 4 education channels, share and like, and ask your friends to subscribe, share and like. Links are in the description. My 4 education channels are specifically for university and college students and high school students. Channel 1 is for business students. It has business calculus, business math, and mathematics of finance. Channel 2 is for engineering STEM students. It has Calculus 1, Calculus 2, and high school AP Calculus. Eventually, I will add Calculus 3, differential equation, linear algebra, and so on. My channel 3 it has trigonometry and high school geometry. Channel 4 has college algebra, intermediate algebra, which is a development math, and high school algebra 1 and algebra 2. In all my channels, I have 3 plans. Plan number 1 is I have exam reviews and test reviews that I have solved with my students in classroom, and my students have used those exam reviews and test reviews to excel in my class. I will convert those exam reviews and test reviews into video presentations and share them with you. Plan number 2 is I have been solving many mathematics problems, business applications, engineering applications in classroom with my students. I will convert those detailed solutions into video presentations and share them with you. Plan number 3 is I will show you how to use technology such as Excel and graphic calculators, how to use technology to solve mathematics problems, business applications, and engineering applications. Once again, please subscribe, share, and like, and ask your friends to subscribe, share, and like. Here are details of my plans. Plan number 1 is share with you video presentations of my exam reviews and test reviews. Plan number 2 is share with you video presentations of my detailed solution to examples and applications. Through my plans, you will learn how to succeed and get A in business calculus, how to succeed and get A in business math, how to succeed and get A in engineering calculus, how to succeed and get A in high school AP calculus, how to succeed and get A in trigonometry, how to succeed and get A in high school geometry, how to succeed and get A in college algebra, how to succeed and get A in intermediate algebra, which is development math, how to succeed and get A in high school algebra 1 and algebra 2. I will show you how to use technology to solve mathematics applications / problems, technologies such as Excel, graphic calculator, how to use technology to solve business math applications, engineering math applications, mathematics of finance applications, calculus derivatives and integrals, trigonometry, college algebra, intermediate algebra, development math, high school algebra 1 and algebra 2. Once again, please subscribe, share, and like, and ask your friends to subscribe, share, and like, and thank you very much. Number 1 is integration by parts. Integrate 75x e to the 5x dx. We're going to select u to be x. Then dv is 75 e to the 5x dx. Then du is dx. Then v is integration of 75 e to the 5x dx, which is 75 e to the 5x over 5, which is 15 e to the 5x. Then this integration is equal to uv minus v du. uv is 15x e to the 5x minus the integration of 15 e to the 5x is 15 e to the 5x over 5, which is 3 e to the 5x plus c. Number 2 is integration by part. Integrate 49x to the 6 ln 2x dx. We're going to select u to be ln 2x. Then dv is 49x to the 6 dx. Then du is 1 over x dx. Then v is integration of 49x to the 6 dx is 49x to the 7 over 7. 49 divided by 7 is 7, so this is 7x to the 7. Then the integration is uv minus v integration of v du, which is 7x to the 7 ln 2x minus the integration of 7x to the 7 times 1 over x dx is 7x to the 6 dx, which is the integration of that is 7x to the 7 over 7. 7 cancels 7, that is minus x to the 7 plus c. Number 3 is integration by parts. It is reduction formula. The integration of cosine to the nx dx from 0 to pi over 2 is equal to n minus 1 over n from 0 to pi over 2 integration cosine n minus 2x dx. So we're going to apply this reduction formula to integrate cosine to the 5x dx from 0 to pi over 2. And that n is 5, so this is 5 minus 1 over 5 from 0 to pi over 2 cosine 5 minus 2 x dx. So that is 4 over 5 from 0 to pi over 2 cosine to the third x dx. When we're going to take this cosine to the third x dx, we're going to integrate that 0 to pi over 2 cosine to the third x dx, which is, and is now 3. 3 minus 1 over 3 from 0 to pi over 2 cosine 3 minus 2x dx, which is 2 over 3 from 0 to pi over 2 cosine x dx. Then we're going to take this cosine x dx from 0 to pi over 2, integrate this. The integration of cosine is sine, so it's sine x evaluated from 0 to pi over 2, which is sine pi over 2 minus sine of 0, which is 1 minus 0 equals 1. Then the integration of the whole thing is from 0 to pi over 2 cosine to the 5x dx is equal to, it is 4 over 5 times this, and this one is 2 over 3, then this is 4 over 5 times 2 over 3 times the integration of cosine x dx from 0 to pi over 2, which is 1. Then this is 4 over 5 times 2 over 3 times 1, which is 8 over 15. Number 4 is trigonometric integrals. Evaluate the following trigonometric integrals. It is 64 sine to the 6th theta d theta, and that is equal to, we're going to take the sine to the 6th theta, we're going to convert that to sine squared theta all cubed, and the sine squared theta is 1 over 2 times 1 minus cosine 2 theta, and 1 over 2 cubed is 1 over 8. 64 divided by 8 is 8. And this 1 minus cosine 2 theta to the third, when expanded, it is 1 minus 3 cosine 2 theta plus 3 cosine squared 2 theta minus cosine cubic 2 theta d theta. Okay, now the integration of 1 is theta, the integration of minus 3 cosine 2 theta is 3 sine 2 theta over 2, plus the integration of 3 cosine squared 2 theta, we're going to rewrite this as 3 times 1 over 2, 1 plus cosine 4 theta. Then that is 3 times half is 3 over 2 plus 3 over 2 cosine 4 theta. And this one is we're going to split this into cosine squared 2 theta times cosine 2 theta. And when you integrate this, we're going to use U substitution to integrate this. When you integrate this whole thing, all the cosine, they will turn into sine. And when you evaluate sine from 0 to pi, all the sines will go to 0, they will drop. So what is left is 1 and the 3 over 2 here. Then 1 plus 3 over 2 is 5 over 2 times pi is 5 over 2 pi times 8 is 20 pi. Then c is integration of secant to the 4x times tan to the 6x dx. We're going to take the secant to the 4x. We're going to split that to secant squared is secant squared. Then the first secant squared is 1 plus tan squared. 1 plus tan squared times tan to the 6 is tan to the 6 plus tan to the 8 times secant squared x dx. Then we're going to call u is equal to tan x. Then this is u to the 6 and this is u to the 8. This is du. Then when you integrate, this is u to the 7 over 7 plus u to the 9 over 9. Then this is, when you integrate with respect to u, then the 0, when x is 0, tan of 0 is 0, so u is 0. When x is pi over 4, u is tan pi over 4, which is 1. Then this is integrated, the u is integrated from 0 to 1, which is 1 over 7 plus 1 over 9, which is 16 over 63. Number 5 is trig substitution integral. We're going to integrate x cubed square root of 1 minus x squared dx from 0 to half. We're going to call x is sine theta, then dx is cosine theta. Then when x is 0, theta is sine inverse of 0, which is 0. Then when x is half, theta is sine inverse of half, which is pi over 6. Then this is integrated from 0 to pi over 6, sine cubic theta square root of 1 minus sine squared theta cosine theta d theta. Then this is 0 to pi over 6 sine cubic theta square root of cosine squared theta cosine theta d theta. Then this is 0 to pi over 6 sine cubic theta cosine squared theta d theta. Then we're going to take the sine square cubic theta, we're going to split it into sine squared theta sine theta. Then the sine squared theta is 1 minus cosine squared theta. Then we're going to call u is cosine theta. Then du is minus du is minus sine theta d theta. Then this is equal to the u, when it changed to u, the limit becomes u equals 1 to square root of 3 over 2 1 minus u squared times u squared times minus du. Then minus u squared times minus u squared is u to the 4, minus u squared times 1 is minus u squared. When you integrate this, this is u to the 5 over 5 minus u to the 3rd over 3. Then this is, when you evaluate from 1 to square root of 3 over 2, this is 1 over 5 square root of 3 over 2 to the 5 minus 1 to the 5 minus 1 over 3 square root of 3 over 2 to the 3rd minus 1 to the 3rd. Then that is going to be evaluated to 0.01425. Then we're going to integrate in C. In D, we're going to integrate 1 over t squared square root of t squared minus 9 dt. And the setup is t is 3 secant theta, then d theta is 3 secant theta tan theta d theta, then square root of t squared minus 9 is equal to 3 tan theta. Then this is your d theta, dt is 3 secant theta tan theta d theta, t squared is 9 secant squared theta, square root of t squared is 9 secant squared theta minus 9. When you work this is going to be simplified into 1 over 9 cosine theta d theta. The integration of cosine theta is sine theta, so this is 1 over 9 sine theta plus c, so that is 1 over 9 square root of t squared minus 9 over t plus c. Number 6 is partial fraction integrals. So A is integration of 3x squared plus 3x minus 2 over x cubed minus x. We're going to take the denominator and factor it into x times x plus 1 times x minus 1. And all those are linear. That means the partial fraction is a over x plus b over x plus 1 plus c over x minus 1. When we work on the partial fraction, we're going to find a is equal to 2, b is minus 1, c is 2. Then this is 2 over x minus 1 over x plus 1 plus 2 over x minus 1. And the integration of that is 2 ln x minus ln x plus 1 plus 2 ln x minus 1. Number 7 is partial fraction integrals. Integration of x cubed minus x squared plus x plus 2 over x to the 4 plus 5x squared plus 4. And we're going to factor the denominator into x squared plus 1 times x squared plus 4. And what is in the denominator, both of them are irreducible quadratic. That means the partial fraction is going to be ax plus b over x squared plus 1 plus cx plus d over x squared plus 4. And when we work on this partial fraction, we're going to find a is 0, b is 1, c is 1, d is minus 2. That means this partial fraction is a is 0, so b, this is 1 over x squared plus 1. Then c is 1, then this is x over x squared plus 4. Then d is minus 2, then this is minus 2 over x squared plus 4. Then the first one is 1 over x squared plus 1. The integration of that is tan inverse of x. The second one, x over x squared plus 4. We're going to use u substitution to integrate this. And it is integration of that is 1 over 2 ln x squared plus 4. Then the integration of minus 2 over x squared plus 4 is minus tan inverse x over 2 plus c. Number 8 is integration with table. Use the table of integral to evaluate the following integral. You integrate integration of x sine x squared cosine 4x squared dx. We're going to call u equals x squared, then du is 2x dx, then x dx is du over 2. Then this is evaluated sine u squared, sine u, x squared is u, so this is sine u, cosine 4u, and the x dx is du over 2, so this is 1 over 2 sine u cosine 4u du. Then when you look up in the table, number 81, and this is sine au cosine bu, where a is 1 and b is 4. Then this is minus 1 over 2 cosine a minus bu. A is 1, b is 4, so that's 1 minus 4 over 2 a minus b, which is 1 minus 4 u. Then minus 1 over 2 cosine a plus b, which is 1 plus 4u, over 2a plus b, which is 1 plus 4, plus c. So in the numerator, you have here cosine 1 minus 4 is, u is cosine minus 3u, which is cosine 3u. Then in the denominator, you have 1 minus 4 is minus 3, times 2 is minus 6, times 2 is minus 12, times negative is 1 over 12 cosine 3u. Then on the here in the numerator, you have 1 plus 4 is 5, so this is cosine 5u, over this is 5 times 2 is 10, 10 times 2 is 20, so this is minus 1 over 20 cosine 5u plus c. Okay. Then simply substitute the u back into x squared. Then this is 1 over 12 cosine 3x squared minus 1 over 20 cosine 5x squared plus c. Number D, we're going to evaluate x cubed e to the minus x dx, integration of that. So when you use in the table numbers 97 and 96 in combination, you're going to end up with x cubed plus 3x squared plus 6x plus 6 e to the minus x with the negative plus c. Then when you evaluate this from 0 to 2, it is minus 2 to the third plus 3 times 2 squared plus 6 times 2 plus 6 e to the minus 2, which this turned out to be minus 38 e to the minus 2. Then this is 0, 0, 0 plus 6 e to the minus 1 is 6. So this is 6 minus 38 e to the minus 2. For this one, you can also use integration by parts 3 times, and you will end up with this. Number 9 is approximate integration. Use trapezoid rule, midpoint rule, and Simpson's rule to approximate the given integral with n equals 4. First, we need to find delta x. Delta x is b minus a, which is pi over 2 minus 0 over n. So that is pi over 2 over 4, which is pi over 8. That is delta x. Then the trapezoid rule is delta x over 2, which is pi over 8 over 2, which is pi over 16. Then you start at 0, f of 0, then 2f pi over 8 plus 2f 2 pi over 8 plus 2f 3 pi over 8 plus f 4 pi over 8. So you start at 0, so this is sine 0 plus 1 is 1, cubic root of 1 is 1. Then pi over 8, sine pi over 8 plus 1, you take cubic root of that and multiply it by 2. So this is pi over 4, sine pi over 4 plus 1, take cubic root of that and multiply it by 2. Then take sine 3 pi over 8 plus 1, take cubic root of that and multiply it by 2. Then take, this is pi over 2, sine pi over 2 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, cubic root of 2, and add all these points, then multiply them by pi over 16, and that is your answer. Midpoint rule, delta x is pi over 8, Then the midpoints are pi over 16, 3 pi over 16, 5 pi over 16, 7 pi over 16. Then you evaluate 1 plus sine pi over 16, take cubic root of that, sine of 3 pi over 16 plus 1, then take cubic root of that, sine of 5 pi over 16 plus 1, take cubic root of that, sine of 7 pi over 16 plus 1, then take cubic root of that, add all these points, then multiply them by pi over 8, and that's your answer. Simpson's rule, it is delta x over 3. Delta x is pi over 8 over 3, which is pi over 24. Then you do what he did in trapezoid. You evaluate f0, f pi over 8, f of 2 pi over 8, f of 3 pi over 8, f of 4 pi over 8, except here you multiply by 4 here, by 2 here, by 4, and you add all these points and multiply them by pi over 4, and that's your answer. Number 10 is improper integrals. Integrate from 5 to infinity 20 e to the minus 10x dx. Infinity is improper, so we're going to change that to limit r goes to infinity. Then we're going to change this infinity from 5 to r. 20 e to the minus 10x dx. And the integration of 20 e to the minus 10x is 20 e to the minus 10x over minus 10, which is minus 2 e to the minus 10x. Then this is, when you evaluate that, that is going to be minus 2 e to the minus 10r plus 2 e to the minus 50. Then when r goes to infinity, the first term will drop to 0. Then this is 2e to the minus 50, which is convergent. Then this is, C is integration of 1 over square root of 6 minus x from 2 to 6. And obviously when x is 6, 6 minus 6 is 0, so this becomes undefined. Then this is improper integral. Then we're going to change the 6 into p. Then this is limit as p goes to 6, 2 to p, 1 over square root of 6 minus x dx. When you integrate this, it becomes minus 2 square root of 6 minus x. Then when you evaluate from 2 to p, so this becomes minus 2 square root of 6 minus p plus 2 square root of 6 minus 2. So the first one drops to 0 when p goes to 6. Then the second one, it becomes 2 square root of 4. So 2 square root of 4 is 2 times 2, which is 4, and it's convergent. Once again, please subscribe, share, and like, and ask your friends to subscribe, share, and like, and thank you.